So, welcome back, guys, to another video, and today I wanted to talk about the Switch Pro. This mystical console, was it announced at E3? Let's talk about it. Spoiler alert, Nintendo said nothing about the Switch Pro.
Nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
That's right, folks. After all the rumors, after all the months of videos, spectating, and leading up to the event of E3, it was all wrong. And the thing about it is I go into these events with completely blind eyes and deaf ears. The reason why I do that is because I look at E3 and these Nintendo Directs, I look at them kind of like Christmas morning. If you know what you're going to get under the tree, it's not as exciting. And honestly, being a YouTuber, being a content creator, is kind of an Achilles heel because folks love rumors. Folks love leaks. No matter how much people will deny it, these channels are like the TMZ of gaming and people gobble it up. And I don't hate them for it because that's what people like. That's what YouTube algorithm likes. They don't really want people talking about video games. They want people to talk about video games that haven't even came out yet. They want these conspiracy theories. I mean, it was getting so crazy that folks were making videos about GameStop, a company that gamers will swear up and down that they don't shop at, that unless you have stock there, there's really no reason to glorify GameStop, but they made videos dissecting ads being like, oh, did you see that they have a trade promotion that if you trade this in towards a new Switch, they said new Switch. Oh, could this possibly mean the Switch Pro? And people were just gobbling it up. I mean, it was getting so bad that Shigeru Miyamoto could have had a press conference talking about the status of Mario, and he could have sneezed 3 times, and someone would have made a 10-minute video talking about his freaking sneeze. They could have been like, oh, well, you know, when he mentioned Mario, he sneezed 3 consecutive times, and there's 2 different Switches out. There's the Switch and a Switch Lite, and when he sneezed the 3rd time, a snot droplet came out of his left nostril and exhaled in so much force that it could have meant the Switch Pro was among us, and people would have gobbled it up. Here's the thing, folks. Is the Switch Pro coming out? Absolutely. Is it coming out anytime soon? Probably not, and there's good reasons why. If you think about it as more of a marketing sort of thing instead of a gaming sort of thing, it all makes sense. Now, let's talk in a fantasy world, a quantum other dimension that Nintendo announced the Nintendo Switch Pro. Let's say they went as far as to announce the Nintendo Switch Pro and announce that Breath of the Wild 2 will be an exclusive launch title for the Switch Pro. These same folks, I kid you not, I will bet money, these same folks that were upset about the lack of Switch Pro would be upset that they would have to go out and buy a new console to enjoy the sequel to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And why is that? Because, honestly, go to your local Walmart, go to your local Best Buy, go on Amazon, and try to buy a PlayStation 5 or Series X. They are freaking unicorns in the market right now. And could you imagine that same mentality with Nintendo, a company that already releases their products in limited quantity, a company that already, has limited editions that get scalped online instantaneously? Imagine that. It would be financial suicide. Okay? Because let's face it, even though the Switch right now is technically behind technology-wise to even the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, it's printing up money. During a freaking pandemic, people are buying Nintendo Switches. So Nintendo is just laying back. And they're like, you know what? We're just going to keep making more games. And people are going to buy them. And I can't fault them for that. And if you're one of those kind of people that are really upset about the announcements at E3, you only have yourself to blame on that. Because I'll be honest, I don't think we're getting a new Nintendo console or a new Nintendo Switch Pro for another 2 years. I say 2 years. Now, I could be wrong, I could be wrong. Next month, they could come out of nowhere and say, hey, we're coming out with a Switch Pro. Nintendo's prone for doing weird shit like that. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. And you know what? That's okay. That's all right. Life goes on. There's plenty of great games that are coming out, in the next 2 years. I'm really excited about it. The lack of Switch Pro did not bother me whatsoever. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we're going to have a Switch Pro? And when do you think this is going to come out? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, but also hit that bell so you're notified of all future videos that come out on this channel. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And as always, happy gaming.